Next up, let's see. I am super weak, nearly allergic to alcohol. So is there a way for someone like me to enjoy a drinking party without totally losing myself? Except for しようがないね. Thanks for answering, and deadbeats for life. I won't give you the there is no salt answer. Let me think. I feel like my advice would most certainly kill you, so maybe you should not listen to it. You really shouldn't recommend them some other harmful beverage. That would be really bad. Don't do it, don't do it, don't do it. Oh, it hurts. I want to. Well, that's a tough one. But I suppose I would just say, if it's a Batsu game, get a drink that you don't like. Yes, it can be any drink that you don't like. But if it's just us hanging out, the best thing you can do is maybe get something like no caffeine tea. Because that may also relax you as well. The reason that I drink red wine is because it relaxes me. I get all warm and like fuzzy and whatnot, and it's easier for me to fall asleep actually, because this body does need sleep. I didn't realize it, but it does. Can you believe it? That humans need to sleep in order to exist? See, I had no idea. Anyway, I'm in pain. But when I drink wine, it's a lot easier for me to go to sleep. So, maybe get something relaxing, because it will have the same effect, right? As red wine, for me, I suppose. So yeah, something like that. Next. Hi, Callie. Just want to know, but does Death Sensei approve of your career as a VTuber? Big ups in advance. Death Sensei, he kind of objected to it in the first place, just because, you know, the whole I'm going on hiatus thing is a bit sudden, right? And it's a big change. But yeah, you know, he doesn't really mind. For the most part. I don't really get to see Death Sensei very often these days. That's why I have this little plush of him down here that Ina made for me. Cute. Death Sensei doesn't really look like that though. That's a much cuter version. Yeah. Next. Oh goodness. It's a bit long, but let's read it. There is not enough that can be said about how much I admire your talent and personality. I can't help but feel joy for your success and following your dreams, because you deserve every bit of it. I hope you don't mind me asking what somewhat longer, depressing question. I am 23 years old, with a college degree I have no passion for, and I am currently stuck in a retail job and living with my mother. I feel like I have resources to move forward, but I lack a sense of direction or passion to justify any big changes. I have a sudden interest in getting back into art, writing, and perhaps foray into other forms of media, but I'm worried I'll fall out of it like I have with many interests in the past. Do you have any advice for finding a passion and sticking to it? And do you think it's not too late for me to make something out of myself? Thanks again for all you do from an admiring deadbeat. So the reason I chose this one is because I was in the same situation. Yes, it is a bit of a long question, but please just sit over here. We're good. I chose it because I was in the same situation. I briefly mentioned this before, but I also, with my reaping school, right, I realized that I had chosen a focus that I wasn't very passionate about, right? But then I had gotten into music right towards the end of reaping school, and I didn't know what to do because my reaping degree was completely not related at all to music. But I decided to do it anyway, and I got involved in the Underworld's music community, pretty much. And that was actually, thinking about it now, quite recent. Though I suppose Reaper years are a bit different from human years, but it was recent. So my advice is, actually it would probably be to seek out friends that have that similar interest and work together and keep chasing what you are looking for. Never forget what you set out to do. That's what I like to say. Oh. That's what I would recommend. And the only way, this is so freaking cliche, you hear it all the time, but it really is true. If you give up, then you won't make it. If you don't give up, then there is a possibility that you might, but you also might not make it. But if the chances are better, right? Maybe give it a try. I mean, the entire time while I was kind of working up to all of this and making music and whatnot, I actually never really thought about success, ever. I guess I just kind of continued thinking, just keep working, and maybe someday things will be all right. And that's not such a great thing, because then you become a workaholic, right? And then work is all that you end up caring about, which is dangerous and something that you may need to work on in the future if it gets to be that kind of situation. But I think there's a balance to be found, right? I'm taking a bit long on this question, excuse me. But I never really thought about what success would look like, I guess. I just kept thinking, I don't know what else to do besides work. Maybe that's not the best advice, personally, but I would like you to continue chasing whatever you are searching for. This goes to everyone, by the way, not just who asked this question, but that is also just my personal viewpoint. Next. Okay. Which one of you didn't delete this question? Yeah, they ran away. They know it's gonna be trouble. Anyway, I don't know what you're talking about, so we're gonna move on to the next one.